Welcome to episode 3 of Tales of the Tide. You know, the whole whatever the tide brings in, all that good stuff. Obviously, today we have a special guest, Landon. So,
How are we, folks?
yeah,
Great to be here. Good to hop on the pod. Um, Excited to talk about everything we do in our day to day. I go to school with Brody at Buff State, and
yeah,
yeah, we play football together, and we've just kind of become pretty close over the past, over the fall mainly, and now just into the spring, and
yeah,
yeah, we just boys being boys out here.
yeah, exactly. So, today's just going to be kind of like a sitting and chatting episode talking about, like you said, what we do and stuff. Obviously, the big one that you heard was that we play football. So, um, I'm a safety, you're a quarterback.
I am.
Um, I want to know kind of about what was the biggest transition from like playing high school quarterback to college quarterback?
Oh man, the details were huge. I mean, in high school, you can go out and just rely solely on your arm strength to
Yeah,
win you a game. Like here, everything is it's based on the film study. It's based on practice. It's based on the reps you're getting on scout team. I mean, like all those little things add up in high school. Especially where I come, small town, small team. Like max most of the time we're getting like 25 guys on the roster. As opposed to here, there's 25 guys on scout team alone, and
hmm,
honestly more than that. So when we're out there playing like in high school, it was just like not as much competition. So like you're almost allowed to be a little bit more creative with the things you do. Just
yeah,
kind of go out there and sling it.
get away with stuff.
Yeah, get away with a lot more. But now it's like you want to be precise in everything that you do, a lot more detail oriented for sure. That's what I'd say the biggest transition from high school quarterback to college quarterback is, though.
Yeah. Another thing you mentioned was the size of your school. Now, how
Yeah,
you come from a very small place, very like kind
yeah,
of middle of nowhere type thing.
yeah.
What's the transition from coming from? I mean, what was your high school class size?
I think I graduated with like 130 some odd people.
That's actually not terrible. I've heard worse, but
No,
like,
no, there's definitely worse. It's just like we like that class size, like for my graduating class, does not compare to like the number of people we had playing football.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like per grade, you're probably getting like 7 to 8 players.
That's crazy.
That's the craziest
We
piece.
had
Like,
more than 7 to 8 go to play college football in
right,
my
I'm
class.
I'm the only one.
That's
I mean, some people are in the works. I mean, obviously, like the juniors on the team and everything, they're
yeah,
they're making their way. Now that are seniors and have played their final season of high school, they're making their way to college football. But
yeah,
no, yeah, being the only one was crazy.
yeah. That's big. So what's the transition like from going to a small high school where you probably got a lot of the same people in your classes and stuff
Yeah,
to a whole college campus, which Buff State isn't even that big,
right.
but still it's still a college.
Yeah,
So
compared to where I'm from, it was. I mean, the funniest part is like when you get all the new teammates and and you're introducing yourself and you say where you're from and everybody goes, well, where the hell is that? Like
yeah.
they've never heard of where I'm from, and we all live in the same state.
Hmm.
It's like obviously I knew where you were from because that's where
Right
the
there.
Bills play
Yeah.
football. So it's like, you can kind of know like a couple of things, but nobody knew where I was from. I'm the first recruit to come to this school from my hometown.
Yeah.
There's been some other players that have gone on to play Division 3 football. But yeah, I'm like the closest one in recent memory. Obviously, this year there's going to be a couple more additions to that, but yeah, I was like the first one to really break back into it.
Yeah.
After like I think a 4 year, like nobody's really going to
Huh.
play college football. Yeah,
That's crazy. I
yeah.
mean, that's
I mean, it's just in my town. It was just like football is not the priority.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, pretty good lacrosse school. Like had a lot of guys get recruited for lacrosse that are some of my best buddies. So obviously, like when you're on the football field, I feel like football is like the best because it's a combination of your best athletes.
Yeah.
You've got baseball guys, lacrosse guys, basketball
No, that's
players, like,
yeah.
and you can combine like all these different groups to make like one special team.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because for my senior year, we had a handful of guys that went and played college ball for football, handful that went and played basketball.
Mhm.
multiple baseball college players that went, a handful of lacrosse ones too. Obviously, not all of them are still doing that stuff, but they still had the ability to. So I definitely get what you mean by football is the combination of and like the
Yeah,
accumulation of everybody. Whereas like basketball and sports like that, those are sports you have to like really not only just play that, but like those are sports you have to put most of your time into because it has like a craft to it. Obviously, football has a craft to it too, but
right.
like
But I think, sorry to cut you off, but like there's
no,
just so much variety
yes,
within the game, like
yeah,
just not just offense to defense, but you've got special teams as well, punters. Yeah,
soccer's a big
yeah,
one
like
too.
you recruit people that played a high level soccer team, in
To be the
high
kickers
school
and
to be
stuff, yeah.
kickers in college and everything, and you know, obviously you're not going to do that with a quarterback. You want somebody that's got a good idea what's going on, but I mean, yeah, it's just a really cool combination of everything. But yeah, I mean, my high school, it was a small school, and yeah, just adjusting was. I mean, I won't say it was difficult because there's a lot of good people here.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
about that, what's like the biggest thing that like you struggled to deal with? Like coming from a small school where pretty much everybody knows who you are, especially being the first guy to break back into it. What's it like going from that to like college ball where like you're not a nobody, but like you almost feel like one.
yeah, I mean, you go from being the big fish in a small pond to a a
That's a
normal
great
sized fish
that's
in
a great
a big ass pond.
metaphor there.
And yeah, I mean, now like the biggest challenge I think was like you get humbled quick.
Yep.
Like you can show up the first day and like I remember my first day of practice, I threw like a touchdown in 7-on-7 and I was like, oh, we're back.
Yeah, we're here. Yep.
Like I'm just gonna show everybody what's up now. The next 2 days I went out and threw like 3 interceptions, like 7-on-7, red zone, like
And you were
rough.
late to something.
I was late. Yeah, I slept in and that was rough.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
that was a rough experience. That sucked. But that's actually like I think I'm glad it's almost like everything happens for a reason because
Yes.
when when I slept in, that grew us closer because you were one of those guys that stayed out there with me when I was serving my punishment
Yeah.
and you were like, I think I like this
I
kid.
was just gonna say that that was one of the like first like exposures to us. Obviously, um, the first one was like when you would reach out to me on Instagram and stuff. We would talk about all that stuff,
Yeah.
and then the big one, which will segue us into the next part of this conversation, is when you were sitting at the committed day, or it might have been the committed day, um, or it might have even been camp. I don't really remember the exact date. But you were sitting in the calf, I think, with your dad,
Hmm.
and you asked me about the wrestling group chat,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I actually got yelled at for putting you in that group
You
chat.
did. You
Yeah.
did that. Yeah, it was my first day on campus. I remember it because that was the first thing I said to you. I was like,
Hmm.
"Hey, I know this thing exists. How do I become a part of this?" And you were like, "I'll add it to you right now."
I
And
thought that's how it worked.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad that none of the guys were that upset about
No,
it because
no.
I've luckily gotten to stay in the wrestling group chat and
Yeah.
you know,
Wrestling is in WWE,
yeah,
which
yeah, big pro
um
wrestling fan myself.
yeah, we both are. The Royal Rumble yesterday, right? Yesterday
Two
or
2 days ago now.
yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, so
What is your favorite PLE? I think mine is the Rumble. Something about Rumble just
Rumble's so good, but honestly, I think I think my favorite has to be SummerSlam.
really.
Okay, no, just hold on a
What?
second. Listen, like
Oh,
there's just I don't even know. There's just something about it. It almost is like it's well, yeah, they say like it's the mania during the summer, and I couldn't agree
fair.
more with that. I mean, like I think back to a couple years ago, and I was watching like Brock Lesnar drive a tractor down to the ring and freaking roll Roman Reigns out of it. That was
Uh,
electric for me, and I
yeah,
was 16 years old. Like I don't know. There's like
that's
SummerSlam's got some banger memories for me. But yeah, outside of that, definitely the Rumble's
the
close. I
Rumble
mean,
is a big one for me because when I was a kid, I didn't know how to like watch the PLEs, so I would have to wait for them. I'd wait like a year for them to upload the whole Rumble onto YouTube, and I'd be like, "Whoa,
no way.
yeah, yeah," and that stuff would be awesome. Um,
Yeah.
um, what was you had the action figures and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like the little dudes.
tons.
What was your do you if you remember what was your very first action figure?
My very first action
Yeah,
figure
that you picked out.
that I picked out,
Hmm.
so I got a ton for Christmas, but I remember, I think, I think I got like a full like Y2J jacket, Chris
Oh, that's
Jericho.
sick.
Yeah, like had the world heavyweight belt with it and everything. And I
That
was
is
like,
cool.
I think that was my first one that I went and was like, Dad, this one. I want this one.
Yeah.
And if my dad ever watches, he hates Chris Jericho. So he probably was very upset when I bought that one.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, yeah, it was that I think that was my first one. That one, and then like obviously, I know I bought like all the like Evolution guys like as soon as possible because they were my favorite growing up. I
Yeah.
love to this day I love Dave Batista. I love Triple H. I wasn't big on Ric
Uh,
Flair because he was like old, but like I still
yeah,
can
no.
appreciate what he's
Yeah.
done. And then obviously Randy's a Mount Rushmore for me.
Yeah, I
So
got you.
yeah, no,
Mine was a Miz, and it was just a regular Miz. Didn't come with nothing. It was just the Miz, and I remember the Miz was like one of my favorite guys in the
absolutely.
beginning. I don't even know why, just because he was like snarky. I guess I thought it was cool.
Yeah, he had that
Um,
swag.
then the next one I got was cargo shorts John Cena.
Epic.
Yeah, which was
W
awesome.
W pull.
And then because I got them both at the same time because I think that was around the time when they were gonna have their Mania match. So like they were.
Horrible mania.
I mean, yeah,
Horrible main event, ruined by The Rock. I love
true.
I love The Rock. Everything he's done. That match, he ruined it.
No, that's fair. I would agree with that. Um, then I don't even know who I got after that. I know I had a few Punk ones. Um, I never had a Chris Jericho one though, which really bothered me because I really liked him. I had a Big Show one, Great Khali. Me and my cousin, we would trade them. So like my cousin would go
Yeah.
and buy like five of them, and I would go and buy five of them. I'd be like, "Yo, you got Kofi Kingston?" And he'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "I got, I don't know, freaking, oh my god, what was his name? Sin Cara? You want Sin Cara? Yeah, I want Sin
Who
Cara."
wants a Scene Car action figure?
I thought he was
I
cool.
would never make a trade for
As a
that.
kid, I thought he was awesome because he was like, because Rey Mysterio kind of like didn't retire, but like he kind of just fell off, and then Sin Cara pulled up, and I was like, heck yeah, man, this dude's awesome. And
That's fair.
obviously, young me didn't understand the botches and everything.
Right.
Now have you ever gone to like an actual event, like WWE
I've gone to
event?
live shows. I've never gone to like a Raw, SmackDown, or anything. Like I've
Huh.
gone to like they do just like these tiny little shows in Syracuse at the On Center, and it's always like really cool.
Hmm.
I think that's the state what the stadium's called. But yeah, like I was they did one right in Syracuse right before Cody and Roman wrestled last year at Mania.
You went to that?
Yeah, and I
Oh,
went
that's
to it.
cool.
Yeah, it was sick. Cody wrestled Drew
Oh,
McIntyre.
okay,
Yeah,
that is cool,
it's like you don't get the full experience obviously because like there's no cameras or anything,
but
but
it's still,
yeah, you're not seeing the announce desk and Michael Cole or Pat McAfee or any of those guys, but like
yeah,
you're seeing the people that like you really came to see. I got to see LA Knight. I got to see Cody Rhodes, who is
yeah, your guy, yeah.
my guy. So I mean,
The only event I've ever gone to was a Raw, way back in the day, at Key Bank, and it was the main event was John Cena versus the Wyatt family,
that's awesome.
and I literally like almost pooped myself. I um I went to the event and I don't remember the exact card, but I remember Sheamus wrestled somebody and won, and I thought like Sheamus was the man. So then me and my dad went and bought all Sheamus stuff. I
Absolutely.
had a freaking Sheamus headband, the Sheamus like things that he used to have, and all that stuff. I got his Celtic cross that he wore.
Oh yeah.
And then we went out, and then John Cena won the main event. And funny story, so we're sitting there, and the whole thing's going, and John Cena uh, is like dying. So all the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants start.
Fire me up, baby.
Obviously, like 7-year-old me was screaming for Cena, "Let's go Cena," and this
Right.
grown man turns around and looks at me, and he was like, "Screw Cena! Like he's gonna die in there," and he was like screaming at me, and so much so that we had to move seats.
Wow.
It was so funny
Just a
though.
toxic fan.
Yeah, he was pissed at me, and I was like, "Hey, man." And then Cena won, and I wanted to find that guy so bad, but I couldn't. But
Who's who's rooting for the Wyatt family back then?
that guy,
I
that was
mean,
probably the only guy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my dad bought me a Bray Wyatt action figure for my birthday party one year, and I was like,
What am I gonna do with this?
what am I
Yeah.
gonna do with this? It's gonna sit. I'm never gonna play with this action
I
figure.
like the Wyatt family was cool and they scared the heck out of me, but like they were boring. Like obviously rest in peace to Bray Wyatt and who was the other one? Luke Harper that died.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, obviously rest in peace to those two, but still like their gimmick was it just didn't fit with like this what WWE had going on at the time. Like even the Wyatt Six now doesn't even really fit with anything. They kind of fell off.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
don't.
stuff like with Gable was cool, but now it's
Yeah,
just
now
like,
it's like what even do they do now?
yeah,
I think Alexa Bliss is going to be a part of that, but
yeah. And like I can't lie, every time it's Uncle Howdy comes out, I just see Bo Dallas, and
that's true.
I'm
It's hard to
believing,
separate. Yeah,
I'm believing all the way till the end. Quite frankly.
I really did love Bo Dallas when he was like an NXT guy. I had a Bo Dallas thing and a shirt and everything. I was Bo leaving for real.
I don't think I ever owned a shirt. Definitely a couple action figures. I'll say this: when I know you mentioned trading the action figures with your cousin, we used to do that in school. So
Oh,
like
that's fire.
days that would like be raining outside or something, like
That's what went down.
you pack your bag full of action figures,
Oh, that's cool.
and you're going to school, and we're trading. And I remember, I still regret it to this day. I traded
Oh Lord.
my, I mean, it was like the tiny like replica belts, like
Okay,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
fake ones, but I had the big gold, and I
Oh
traded it away
no.
for for uh, a rock and an Ultimate Warrior. Traded a whole belt for two action figures, but that ultimate, it was like the rock was just like a little sprinkle on top. I wanted that Ultimate Warrior. It needed to be a part of my collection.
Yeah,
And the worst part about it is I absolutely could not tell you where those action figures are.
I still
I
have some of mine,
I wish I could just like one day go into my closet and
and
like
they'd
dig
be
to the
there.
bottom and be like, oh, there they all are. But
Yeah,
it's just not gonna happen.
I'm pretty sure my parents sold half of mine.
Yeah, yeah, mine could very have easily gone in a garage sale like 10 years ago, and I
uh,
would be oblivious to it, which is sad because there were some really cool action
yeah,
figures in
yeah.
there.
Um,
Nothing worse than when your dog finds your WWE action figures and chews them up, though.
so no, that's actually what happened to my Ultimate Warrior. Now I'm leaving the frame because I actually got a good idea that just popped into my mind real quick, and I need my
What's going on
whiteboard.
here? White.
Feel free to talk to the camera; they can probably still hear me.
They can still hear you, yeah.
But
That's just
the idea that I
this guy's
just
just
got and why I want the
grabbing a
whiteboard
whiteboard.
for it
I don't know
is
what's going on yet.
I actually want to make like a fictitious dream like card.
Oh
Like
wow.
yeah.
Okay. All
So
right. Here we go.
um how many well we'll do like what, 5 matches? That's usually kind of like what a card is, like five, right?
Yeah.
So
We talking night one and night two of Mania? Because that's a
we could
lot.
get to it.
That's a lot of matches.
But I don't think we're gonna do that right
We'll
now.
go 5 matches.
So we'll do five. I don't know if I want to set like stipulations or anything, but we'll just do five. We'll have one, two,
Now, are we
three.
doing this the way that they do it? Like that first match is like those
So
that first match and the main event are like the two like
yeah, so
marquee.
five is the main event,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Okay.
then one is obviously the
The kickoff. Like
yes.
let's get this shit rolling.
If you want, I can start and then give you time to think, unless you want to start and give me time
If
to
you've
think.
got some ideas, then you go now.
Um, I don't, but like Dream, so in my opinion, what a lot of good matches would be like. I think a great match that I would really like, um, would be like a Kurt at the three shot, a Kurt Angle,
Okay.
and you can probably already guess where I'm going.
In Chad Gable. Really?
Versus Chad Gable. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're getting Kurt Angle versus less cool Kurt Angle.
That's what I mean.
What I don't think that's that all like out of all the matches.
Well, that's just the first one that comes to mind because I would like to see those two work together.
Talk me through that because
You have Kurt Angle, which is like the one of the first Olympians to like really bust onto the scene. He was like his whole story was him as an Olympian, gold medal. He sucks, whatever. And then you have Chad Gable, literally the same exact story. So
just didn't break his neck.
So the whole promo and like
the
story behind it would be who's the better one.
All right.
Like Kurt Angle would be like, I'm the original, but Chad Gable's like, I'm the better one. I'm more athletic.
All right.
So that's where I think that would be, and it would just be cool to see like Kurt Angle freaking angle slam Chad Gable, and Chad
Absolutely.
Gable kick out at 2, and then take the straps off and
Just get fighting.
Suplex City or
Yeah.
something. Which Suplex City, Brock Lesnar's got to be in there somewhere probably.
Yeah.
That'd be a sick match against him against somebody.
Now are we going just one-on-one matches, or can we
Well,
throw some
you can do
triple?
stipulate all that stuff. Yeah.
All right.
That was like one of the first ones that come to mind. I put it in my 3 slot because that is like a bathroom break if possible, if needed.
No, that's fair.
But I think
That's fair. That's a Kurt Angle W, right? Kurt Angle has to go over.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the first match of mine is going to be some sort of like triple threat or like tag team or something.
So I like a tag team at my 2 spot.
Yeah.
Unless it's a tag team ladder match, then it can kick off the show. Because that'd be electric.
Trying to think of.
I already see one of the names. This is gonna be good.
Think of some crazy people that like would do some crazy stuff. For some reason, I'm blanking. So right now I think I'm gonna do a 4-way. Like
this guy wants athletes.
I think I'm gonna go like 4-way like TLC match.
All right.
For like the IC or something.
All right.
So right now I got Jeff Hardy and Ricochet. Trying to think of like some more like Daredevil guys that just would be like sick to watch, like go to work. I gotta get somebody who's like kind of jacked that would just throw Jeff Hardy through a table for no reason.
I mean, if it's the IC title, like think of some of the former IC guys. Like you definitely want.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll put Braun Breaker in there.
Yeah, this is a good match. I cannot lie.
Because Braun Breaker would spear Ricochet out of midair while Jeff Hardy hits a swanton bomb. Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. Yeah. What a pull
for the IC title.
Wow,
that's the first match of the night, and we're getting full on blood and everything.
Oh, I love it. Wow, I wasn't expecting a Zack Ryder pull.
Now I'm trying to think on if I want to put this match.
What I'm thinking is hilarious with this though, this IC title ladder match.
Yeah.
Is Braun Breaker, Ricochet, and Zack Ryder cutting a promo together. That sounds atrocious.
Yeah, but
Jeff Hardy can handle it. Ricochet and Zack Ryder, maybe not.
That's fair.
Matt Cardona could do it, but Zack Ryder, I don't know.
I don't like Matt Cardona. He can eat my shorts.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to think on where I want to put this matchup because this is like main event level stuff. But like, I'll put it in my 4. The thing about the 4 is I don't want the 4 to like set too high expectations for the main event. But I'm gonna do. Dang, this is tough, dude. I'm gonna do. An Undertaker, Mick Foley, Kane.
Wow.
And who's like another crazy dude? Oh, dang. Stone Cold.
All right.
Steel cage match.
That's tough.
Those 4 in a steel cage match, that would be something. Main event is going to be. Oh, I got to get like some sort of tag. I'm going to do Evolution.
Oh, wow.
Specifically.
Fire me up.
Triple H. Batista.
Yeah.
And Randy versus the Shield.
Yeah, that's a W.
There's no gold there because obviously there's no 3-person gold. But then 5 main event is going to be
want to be very clear on something before you write anything down.
Yeah.
If John Cena gets left off of
Well, he's already there.
Oh, he's okay. Okay, I was just gonna say
Cena.
if Cena's off of your greatest card ever, it just doesn't make sense.
This might not be this is just the first one that comes to mind, but I'm probably gonna do Cena versus Shawn Michaels versus Roman
Roman.
for WWE Championship. So I got, it's going to be backwards for everybody on the camera, but I got Jeff Hardy, Ricochet, Braun Breaker, Zack Ryder for IC title, going into Evolution versus Shield, specifically Triple H, Batista, Randy. Then Kurt Angle versus Chad Gable. That's a sleeper. You go to bed, take a piss, whatever. 4, Undertaker, Mick Foley, Kane, Stone Cold, Steel Cage, just bloodbath. Like everyone in there is splitting and cutting themselves. Pause. I shouldn't have said that. And then 5 is Cena, Shawn, Roman, WWE champ. We're gonna throw another stipulation. An I Quit match. I spelled quit wrong, but it's gonna be an I Quit match, and that is my card. When I edit this, I'll put them up there at the end, and you guys can pick whose card you think would be better between his and mine. So that's.
Oh man! All right.
I should have taken a photo of that. Let me hold on. Undertaker, Stone, Cold, Kane. Cena, Shawn, and what did I say? What's his name? Roman, right?
Yeah.
Roman. Oh. Now, hopefully, you have some bangers in mind. You can use the same people, obviously.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things on my mind right away.
Okay. I'm interested. I have the tiniest eraser in the world, so you got to give me a moment here. But I think that would be a pretty good show. I mean, maybe not the best. Obviously, like I said, it just came off right off the top of my head. I didn't have really the most time to think. But
number one right away, okay, is The Rock. Okay, The Rock's.
Oh, I didn't even think about The Rock.
The Rock is kicking off the show versus Roman Reigns. Okay, this is a dream match for me.
All these wrestlers are in the prime, by the way. This is not just like old man Roman or old man Rock versus Roman Reigns.
I don't know how to spell it correctly.
Tribal Chief?
No. Well, yeah, for the Tribal Chief, for the Uafala that Roman wears around his neck that he just beat Solo for, for the title of Tribal Chief.
Tribal Combat?
Oh yeah, we're Tribal Combat all the way. Okay. And this is a great match, okay?
I mean, that's gonna have run-ins from literally freaking Rikishi's gonna come in and sit on the Rock's face or something.
I mean, this has potential to actually get moved to my main event. Okay. Fair. But I right now I think this is a banger to kick off Mania.
That is a good one to kick off Mania because you get a lot of surprise entrances from the Usos to the Rikishi and all them Umaga.
All right, number two. Number two. This is going to be. I'll start with this. This is going to be for the U.S. title.
Jack Swagger.
Absolutely not. Jack Swagger will never see the light of day in my cards.
I actually liked Jack Swagger back in the day. Young me, I loved that whole U.S. American thing.
That we the people shit.
Yeah.
It got old fast.
It did, but when he beat Alberto Del Rio, I was like, heck yeah, man.
What a guy, Alberto Del Rio.
That's a pull.
W action figure.
Oh, I had multiple. Yeah, I loved whatever his name was. I'd be like, hey, Alberto.
Yeah, I have no idea what that guy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, come on. John Cena is one of the greatest U.S. champs of all time.
I agree. Yes, 100%. But at your 2 slot,
you listen. I like the titles in matches, and
I do as well. But I mean, I'm trying to think of a realistic card where not every title is going to be in play. But this is a dream title.
Yeah, so this is my dream card. Okay,
yeah, hey, go to work.
All right, we got John Cena.
Oh, I should have done a freaking Luchadors match with like.
Oh, that would
with like Eddie Guerrero and Ray and all them.
Oh yeah.
Ladder match with them, that'd be cool.
All right, let me think.
Oh, I didn't even think about Edge either. Daniel Bryan.
I'm thinking about putting Daniel Bryan against John Cena in this match.
He's not a U.S. title guy, though.
Yeah, he's not a U.S. title guy. I mean,
Chris Benoit.
oh, why would we bring? Why do we bring that name up? We can't bring that name up.
I don't know, dude. He seems like a Dean Ambrose. That'd be kind of a cool match. AJ Styles.
I've seen John Cena, AJ Styles.
Yeah, but
I think
they have the chance to put on a banger.
I think John Cena is going to wrestle.
You could really put anybody with Cena, and it would be Rob Van Dam.
Is that a hold on?
They already have fought in the
ECW.
Yeah, and it was like it's regarded as one of like the best matches of all time. But
you know, it's horrible. Huge wrestling fan. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Probably not, because it was ECW. It wasn't WWE. The only reason I ever watched it was because I did the WWE John Cena like story playthrough, and that's like the first match you play through. And I was like, this actually, I honest to God didn't know it happened, so I had to go back and watch. Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Booker
yeah.
T.
Give me. You know what? People hate Hogan right now.
I don't mind. I mean, I understand where the hate comes from, but I like.
People are hating on Hogan right now. If I see a John Cena versus Hulk Hogan match,
that match might be 2.5 hours long.
You think?
Yeah, bro. Hulk Hogan would never kick out. He'd get hit with 3 attitude adjustments, then stand up and walk around and Hulk out, which like that's his thing.
Yeah, Hogan's winning this match.
Oh, come on.
If Hogan, come on, Hogan's got it. His song is Real American.
Yeah, but like, fair, but still. Oh, I didn't even do women's match. We should do a women's match.
Oh yeah, we gotta do women.
I'd probably do like. Never mind.
Rhea Ripley.
No. I don't know what you're talking
about. Tiffany Stratton.
That would be a good match, Loki. Probably happen. CM Punk versus Bryan or Daniel Bryan. That would be a terrible match.
That would have had to happen.
It's probably happened at some point. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Next thing here. Evolution's also on my card.
Okay, that's fair.
But
Jericho.
But this is Evolution, no Randy.
Mick Foley. Okay, so you're doing like.
Yeah, because
Flair
because Randy's on the other team.
Okay. Evolution versus Legacy.
Yeah, we're going Evolution.
That's fair.
Versus the Legacy.
I think Evolution smokes at Legacy, but
absolutely. But like, think.
Oh, I would like to change mine. Instead of Evolution, give me Degeneration X.
Fair, absolutely fair. Shawn Michaels is wrestling twice in one night.
Oh,
who cares?
Frick.
Who cares? No, send him out there.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Hulk Hogan versus Kurt Angle might be cool too.
Yeah, we'll go tag titles here at my 4 spot.
Hardy Boys.
Yours is definitely better than mine. I cannot
lie. No, I don't think so. Yours has like, yours would have a lot of like surprise like run-ins and stuff that would like make people like whoa.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah. Especially the first one. The first one's carrying a lot of weight right now.
Yeah. The first one is just the Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
I love that match. Tag titles. Yeah. Since you didn't, I'm gonna put them in mine. DX is.
That's fair. Yeah. No,
DX is in mine. Versus.
So DX.
So this is tough.
So DX is in Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yes, right? yes. That's who's competing.
Like, I mean,
I'm not going with the Road Dogg Jesse James. I'm sorry. I'm not going for it.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like who would mesh well with DX. Like, obviously Shawn Michaels and Triple H could do a match with anybody, but like, like when you think of like some of the best tag teams of all time, low key, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and Undertaker, that would be a bang on.
Yeah, I can't. I just you're right, because the Undertaker cannot be off this card.
Was the Brothers of Destruction what they were called? It was, right? Pretty sure it was.
Yeah. And my main event. Now, this is tough.
Big Show versus Great Khali.
What a horrible match. Big Show versus Andre the Giant. No, that's rough.
Bro, that would be the slowest paced match ever.
Just false finish after false finish with choke slams.
First person to die from a choke
Um,
slam. Ooh. I might redo my card now that I've thought about it. Nah, I won't. I'll keep the first card just because we can do this forever. But
yeah, I mean, there's a million cards that you could make. Thinking off the top of my head right now, though, my main event, the most electric entrance of all time, Batista.
he's wrestling for Evolution too.
Shawn Michaels is wrestling twice on your night, baby.
No, I said I'd stay with. I don't care. Dude, that works.
Dave Batista could do it.
You know, he could send Shawn Michaels.
Give me Dave Batista
We'll take
versus
Batista when he left Evolution, which is still good.
Brock Lesnar.
All right, I like that.
It's not done. Versus.
Stone Cold.
Oh, I don't have Stone Cold on my card. Doesn't
I
matter.
love Stone Cold, but like he was really just more like a promos and like a bad. Like he didn't like he was no like wrestler. You know, he's still skilled and I mean awesome, one of the best. But like I don't like that's a match that like would be like very physically involved and stuff. And I don't think he would really fight. That's why I put him in my steel cage.
I want one more like
Beast
crash out level animal person.
Edge.
Nah.
Mark Henry. Didn't know sexual chocolate. That is his name before he was Mark Henry.
That's horrible. Wait, that's Mark. I thought that was John Jones.
It's both. So when John Jones was like first like starting MMA, his nickname was sensual chocolate, not sexual.
Oh.
But then when Mark Henry joined like the WWE, he wrestled for like a couple months as sexual chocolate. Mark the sexual chocolate or something like that.
Wow.
And he would walk out with like 7 ladies, and they were like, "This don't work."
Yo, I'm sorry, but he's one of my all-time favorites. Watching him back with
Ultimate
my dad,
Warrior?
the Ultimate Warrior.
No, that's fair. That's a good match.
I think that is just the animal versus the beast versus the Ultimate Warrior is just
For what? Anything?
I don't think it has to be for anything.
Fair.
This is
You don't even have a
it's
WWE title.
you know what
And US title for two. Make it a 2-title match.
sure we'll throw the WWE title in there too.
We won't do this as like the this is just a like a card in general. There's no order to it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, screw the order, but this is what I'm thinking.
It's gonna be backwards.
It's gonna be backwards, but you get the gist.
And then I will, right now, I will put on the sides of us our cards, and you guys can pick which card you think is better. I think they're both really good cards. I think yours has more talent than mine does. I think I picked a lot of like newer guys just because they were first that came to mind.
Yeah.
But it's still both really good cards.
Will not lie. I know Ted DiBiase Jr. is doing nothing against Evolution. Okay, I understand that wholeheartedly. It's just look, Cody. I love Randy is.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, I mean it's Randy Orton, and
yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
Face all this. And since we got the whiteboard here, I got another idea. I'm gonna switch back to the football topic for those at home.
Oh boy.
I want you to. What we're gonna do is since I'm a defensive guy and you're an offensive guy, you are going to just make a team of like an offensive side.
Okay.
Of whatever players you want that played offensive ball.
Yeah.
In the NFL, like you can we'll write down like QB or whatever personnel and everything, and then you will make a play, but leave room for defense, and I will make a defense, and then that's another thing.
So am I going first, or are you giving me like the defensive coverage, and then I can make?
I will tell you, we'll probably be cover 3.
Okay.
With a pressure, I'm probably sending cover 3 zone ball.
Okay. All right.
Something like that.
My quarterback, he's my number one. He'll always be number one. The GOAT, Thomas Brady.
Okay. I always take Peyton Manning over Brady when I'm making a team because I love Peyton Manning, but
That's fair.
Brady is the better quarterback.
It's fair. Okay. And there's no one else I'd rather have. I mean, you're talking one play. Who else is going to score in one play but Tom Brady and Patrick Blake? Come on now, Tom Brady. He's the GOAT inside 2 minutes.
This is going to be so how we'll preface it is like they're going to play a full game, but we're just going to draw up just one play for fun.
Okay, I got you.
So your offense is going to play my defense in a whole game. We'll ask them who wins that, and then we'll also just do the play for fun.
Okay. Running back. I want.
There's a lot of places.
Yeah.
We won't worry about the offense and defensive line.
For my Lions
we'll
folk.
Just have just because Barry Sanders, I like that.
For my Lions fans out there.
Doing the offensive line and stuff takes a while. But Barry Sanders, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a guy who can do it all.
Yeah. Elite.
He can catch the ball. What personnel are you running?
We'll go
10, 11, 12.
We'll go 11 personnel.
Okay, we're gonna have a tight end.
Yeah, I think to have the full base offenses, you're gonna see a lot more 11. So yeah, so wide receiver 1. Yeah, I mean it's Jerry Rice. There's no other questions there.
I usually don't have him on my team.
Really?
Yeah.
Randy Moss guy?
No. The best receiver, yes, Jerry Rice. But usually what I do is my first receiver, because I do it as wide receiver 1 is your most outside guy. I do Megatron, then I do Larry Fitzgerald.
Love the Megatron.
And then my slot is usually
yeah, so
because I'm 11 person.
So I'll go wide receiver 2 here.
But I love Megatron. I love Larry. Those are my guys.
Wide receiver 2 here.
The best receivers of all time, but they're up there.
Yeah, give me. I want a lot of speed, so give me. Is it wrong? No, I'm gonna take him. I want Tyreek Hill. All right. Well,
I mean, yes, he's one of the fastest of all time, but other than that, we would give you. I'm sitting in zone coverage.
All right. Well,
that's just my opinion.
But you said we're playing a full game.
Yes, we are. That's true.
You gonna play zone all day?
Yes, probably.
All right.
I don't believe in man.
Well, some people do.
But even if I do run man, I have the corners. So I already know.
All right, my third receiver will be.
Chris Hogan.
Oof.
What a pull.
Wax, bro.
I'm gonna clip that and put that on TikTok with an edit.
That's epic.
Did you see Charlotte Flair divorced Andrade after we talked about that on Saturday?
She divorced him yesterday?
Yeah, today actually.
Bro,
she won the Rumble and left.
She couldn't get it done. They were supposed to dual main event, I guess. God, what a horrible thing that Charlotte won the women's Rumble. By the way,
I don't even want to get into that.
That's just a horrible.
Why? Why her? What story does she add to literally anything?
She was limping on that knee all the way to the ring. She's cooked.
Yeah, she's 40 years old. She's done. She's just a Flair, so she.
Yeah, just Randy Moss at the X.
Randy Moss is your X.
Yeah,
that's a big line.
Yeah, and now my tight end. I don't know if there's much debate here. I'm a Gronk guy all day.
That's fair.
I'm a Gronk guy all day.
There's a handful of good options there.
Yeah,
that's the best. If you had put Travis Kelce, I would have.
Yeah, no, it's.
I hate Travis Kelce. Not even because he's a Chiefs guy, simply just because he's so overrated.
Yeah,
one of the most overrated tight ends of all time. I would put Antonio Gates, over him and who the hell? Tony Gonzalez over Travis Kelce.
I would disagree. I would disagree. Gronk and Kelce are my 1 and 2.
That's fair.
But
Gronk is.
Yeah, Gronk's. Yeah, I just want a guy like Gronk on my team.
No, that's fair. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's just gonna get the boys ready.
Yeah.
He might not.
He runs somebody over and then Barry Sanders hurdles somebody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
I
I'm
know what
saying.
you're saying.
All right, and then well, you said no offensive line. I
Yeah.
don't pick an all-time offensive line.
I mean, if you want to pick an all-time offensive line, sure. I don't think there's no reason to go through the left guard, the center, and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
honestly,
if you're asking,
I honestly don't have an all-time offensive line, but
exactly.
yeah. So if this were, yeah, 6 guys there, so that's all you, man. Not leaving a position out.
So then
There's
I'm doing
5 offensive linemen. So
my safeties and my linebackers then. So I have my strong safety, my free safety.
I'm really interested to see where you go with this. I mean, there could be Cam
One corner,
Chancellor,
two corner.
Earl Thomas, Troy Polamalu. There's a lot of ways you could go with this.
I feel like you're missing something.
Well, no,
Because
because
you only have 6.
well, there's 5 offensive linemen,
Well, if I have,
and there's 11 on the field.
oh yeah, make my. There's a lot of different directions I can go, and there's a lot of really good players I can choose. But I think there's a handful that stand out, and that will be what I'm picking. So starting at the strong safety,
Yep.
a lot of places you can go. You got Brian Dawkins, Sean Taylor,
Yeah.
Roy Polamalu, all these people. But honest to God, if I'm running cover 3, the strong safety might end up being in the post and playing coverage.
Yep.
And this guy can do that. And he can also play in the box and do that. And I, honest to God, think that if Jerry Rice or Tyreek Hill or anybody runs any sort of post or anything over the middle, Cam Chancellor would literally kill them.
I like that pull.
So
I like that pull. Cam
you
Chancellor.
kind of called it, but
yeah,
that's my guy. And then at the free safety, kind of the same thing. I want to go Troy Polamalu, so it gives me a little bit more leverage to put him in the box, but he's going to go in the box too. Little Ed Reed action for you.
Little Ed Reed.
Now the corners is where it gets tough, but not really, because there's just so many. But at the same time, I can't go past Dion and Darrell Revis.
Darrell Revis, what a pull! That guy.
Deion Sanders and
That
Darrell
guy's
Revis
legendary.
Corners, and then at my linebackers, you got a lot of really good players. You got Ray Lewis, Junior Seau, all those people. But quite frankly, I don't want to be too generic and just pick those guys. So we're going with 2 just freaking holes. Ryan Urlacher.
Oh, for our boy Peyton View. Get a bear in there.
And
wow.
Patrick Willis.
Wow. I am destroying that defense.
No. Yeah. Low key.
Hold on, real quick. Do you want to go defense and offensive coach on each side of the ball as well?
No, we're the offense.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm removing Brian Urlacher. That's hell of a name, but I low key need more coverage, so I'm going Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. Okay, I was thinking him. That guy is a heat-seeking missile.
I'll do my defense. It's easier for your offense to be here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just gonna have now I'm gonna have. I gotta think what I want to draw. So first of all, I'll put the names up here of my defense and his offense. Who do you guys think will win the game with those players? But now we're just drawing up a play for fun. So we're gonna have. Corners. The corners are going to be pressing. It's going to be a long day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the offensive line is only 10.